Welcome to this week's Cruzin South. As we cruise south, we take you to the Italian Car Fest held in Memphis, Tennessee. Also, an inside look at Good Vibrations custom bike builder in Olive Branch, Mississippi, Mr. Scott Wilson. And we're going to take you along with us for our coverage of the Big M Motorfest held at Memphis Motorsports Park in Millington, Tennessee, and the many exciting things it had. Don't forget, Joe Christian is here again this week with more detailing tips to keep your ride looking awesome as you are cruising south.
Well, we got an exciting event, a lot of Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Maseratis that are all out here today, and we're going to have all types of cars, vintage cars, as well as some new cars. It's all benefiting Habitat for Humanity and also the Pink Palace Museum, so it's all for a good cause. And just to my right, the silver car there is a 550, and the cars are just now showing up, so a little bit early on, but we've been raising close to $30,000 the past couple of years that we've done this, and we're hoping to get near 40 this year is our goal. Last year we had 2,000. This year we're expecting maybe 3, hopefully maybe even 4.
That's great. That's a lot to be proud of, and I know the Habitat for Humanity, that's kind of a tongue twister for me, is proud to have y'all do this for them. All right, we're going to take off. Welcome to the Big M, one of Memphis's own car show, held at Memphis Motorsports Park in Millington, Tennessee. Usually here at the Memphis Motorsports Park, it's all about racing, from NASCAR to NHRA, but this week it's all about beautiful rides. One of my favorites, and the kids' favorite, is the radio-controlled car races. These guys are fast, from nitrous to alcohol. There are many different levels to compete, and it's definitely a family affair. For those of you that did make it, sit back and turn up the volume and experience front row seats of these many awesome rides.
This car was originally a student car. A guy drove it back and forth to work as an everyday driver. He lives up in Illinois. He went to Wyotech. This was actually his grade for his car. And as you can see, he wanted an A, so he did the best that he could. The car was purchased about 2 months ago for, believe it or not, $8,500. And we've been showing it ever since. We won first place for a lowrider. To sum it up in many words, there's not much of anything on it that's original. From the exterior to the interior, there's something that'll catch your eye. You can walk around this car 3 or 4 times and you won't see everything it has to offer.
To cap off the Big M Motorfest, we have David Bradshaw as he takes center stage at the Burnout competition. Stay tuned for the winning Burnout. Welcome back to Cruising South. Where are we? Olive Branch, Mississippi, at the wonderful home of Good Vibrations Custom Chop Builders. Why are we here? To look at some of the most awesome bikes built by none other than Scott Wilson. Scott? Hey man, this is great. I love it. My husband would kill for this bike. Tell me about it. Not that I'm getting it, but just make him want it even more.
This is a 2004 Hardtail Custom. We just finished it here a few months back in time for the Easy Rider show. And this is a radical ride here. This is truly a hardcore chopper. You won't find any gauges or blinkers, turn signals, anything on this. This is just bare bones chopper.
So you're on your own?
You're on your own.
How'd you do it, Easy Rider?
We won our class.
Woo! That's great. Congratulations.
Turned out really good.
Now I got to see the other bike. Well, this has to be one of my favorites. I call it the Crown Royal bike just because of the purple. Scott has a different point of view. Tell me about this awesome ride.
This is, like I said, this is purple, painted candy purple. It's a 2004 Big Bear chopper. We build a lot of Big Bear choppers. Their frames are really good frames. It's a soft tail, and this is a little more easy to ride than the other one. The other one's a hard tail. This is just a little softer. It's there again. You don't have any gauges or anything. It's just get on it and go.
Now, you told about the bikes. You got to tell me about the spare time. This baby I see sitting over here is one awesome ride. I think I've only seen one in my lifetime. Show me, show me.
This is a hydro, blown alcohol hydro. Good for about 200 mile an hour on water and a quarter mile.
So tell me about the motor. What do we got in there?
It's basically a Chevrolet motor. Got a 1471 blower.
I've never seen this in no Chevy I drive.
No, you won't find this in the typical pickup. It's some serious power. We're pumping about 1,500 horsepower. It'll get you there quick. We've had it about 100, 185, running low 7-second quarter miles.
How many races you win? Tell me about the wins and the losses.
Well, I wish we could win more, but even if you do win, it barely pays for the gas and the trip to the races. It's a very expensive hobby.
How many gallons? Special gas prices.
We're running methanol for fuel, and it'll suck through about 3.5 gallons on a quarter mile pass.
Anybody can see the outside. I want to see the heart of the matter. What happens when you're in here? Tell me about it.
This is a safety capsule. I'm strapped inside, and I have an oxygen tank with a breathing mask. And the capsule is designed in case of an accident to break out of the boat, and it's designed to float. And if by chance it doesn't float and goes to the bottom of the lake, then I have oxygen enough for about 5 minutes until the rescue team gets there and pulls me out.
All right, Scott, your latest project looked like it's kind of kicked off. What is it?
Yeah, we've got a client that's requested us build him a bike, and our black bike over there is about 9.5 feet long. This one's going to be about 11 feet long. It's really going to be stretched out there, and it's actually a hard tail, but we're thinking about making it into a soft tail by pivoting the seat on it. This one ought to win a lot of shows.
Really? How long will it take?
We're hoping to have it ready probably by May.
So we're talking tall person. Who is it? Tell me who it is. You can't
tell
me yet?
Tell you that.
All right, that's cool. Congratulations, Scott. We'll see you at the Easy Rider Show. Safe ride. You've seen the rides, you've heard the rides. Now Cruzin South helps you take care of them. This week, our detailing expert, Joe Christian, talks about process, not product.
Cleaning is one thing, but swirl-free is another. Anybody can get a car clean, but very few can keep it swirl-free.
That's it. I've got a black car, stay swirls. What do I do now?
The first thing you want to remember is that most of your swirls are going to be inflicted in the washing and drying process, which means if you can use the correct tools for those processes, then you'll cut down dramatically on the amount of swirl marks that are on your finish. The first thing you're going to need is a quality sheepskin mitt. Now this is a genuine sheepskin mitt. You can tell that it's genuine sheepskin by turning it inside out and looking at the leather type material that's on the inside.
Okay,
and that's
so
actual
there's
animal
imitations
skin.
out there.
There's actually, yes sir, there are absolutely imitations. The second thing you want to have is a microfiber drying towel. Now this is a smaller version of a drying towel. You'll want to have a larger version.
You said microfiber?
Microfiber,
okay.
yeah. The fibers are softer, they absorb better. It's just a far more efficient towel. It will not swirl.
So this is for washing too?
No, you really wouldn't want to wash with this. This is for drying only.
Okay, so I'm assuming I don't use this on my tires too.
No, you want to have separate ones. You want to have one for the wheels and tires and one for the paint. And the reason you want to do that is because the brake dust will get entrapped in the fibers, which is made up of metal particles, and that will in turn be embraced on the paint and will mar the paint. So you definitely want to have separate wash mitts for wheels and tires and paint.
Okay, I bet that's what my trouble is, because see, a lot of times I recruit my son to do it, and when I do that, you know, he just uses whatever. I'm learning. All right, now tell me something else.
Mm-hmm.
My daddy swears by McGuire's. My husband swears by Mother's. Everybody swears by a certain product. What do you want? What do you suggest I use?
I suggest you try a little bit of everything and figure out what works best for you.
So there's nothing set in stone that you swear by.
No, I don't swear by anything. I swear by process, not product.
Process, you know, I've heard people say that, but I've never really
Right.
understood. But I guess if you're saying there's different products and everything to use. while you're
Absolutely.
washing your car.
You should just test different products and find out what works best for you. You know, there's a little bit of everything out there, and everything fills a different niche, so find out what works for you.
Okay, sounds great. Join us next week as Joe shows us the different wheel surface cleaning techniques. Also, we will be going head-to-head at the Greenville Stereo USAC competition. Also, great coverage of the classic Chevy show. And don't forget, we have an inside look at Hypertech and what makes all of our rides faster as we cruise south. It's always better in the south. See you next week.